This story goes back a few years. My mom had to leave for a business trip. She worked really hard to support our family, and sometimes her job took her away for days or even weeks. I missed her every time she left, but I always knew she'd be back soon, bringing little gifts and lots of love. But this time, something was different. Mom was going to be away for 2 whole weeks, and, well, that's when I began to notice strange things about my dad. It all started with small things. Normally, my dad was the kind of person who would sit in front of the TV after work or spend time helping me with my homework. But this time, he seemed distracted, always glued to his phone or disappearing at odd hours. I thought it was unusual, but I didn't want to think too much of it. At first, I thought maybe he was just busy with work. Or maybe he missed Mom too and didn't know how to handle it. But then, I started to notice things that just didn't add up. He started coming home late, sometimes well past midnight. He'd say he was out with friends, but he wouldn't tell me who they were. I was too young to ask many questions, but I couldn't ignore the uneasy feeling I had. Then, one night, I heard voices, soft, almost like whispers. I thought maybe it was the TV, but when I went to check, it was off. I followed the sound, creeping down the hallway, and saw my dad sitting in the living room. He was on a call, talking to someone, but not like he talked to Mom. He was saying things I'd never heard him say before. Sweet things, affectionate words I thought he only said to my mom. I didn't understand what was happening, but I felt hurt, confused. Was he talking to a friend, or was it something else? I tried to ignore it. I kept telling myself, maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm overthinking. But that uneasy feeling just wouldn't go away. Every time he disappeared or acted secretive, my heart would race. I wanted to tell Mom, but I didn't want to make her worry when she was so far away. Then one day, I found something that confirmed my worst fears. I was looking for my notebook in the living room when I found his phone lying on the couch. I don't know why I did it, but I picked it up. His phone was unlocked, and there it was. A string of messages, photos, and calls to a woman I had never heard of. My heart sank. It was clear now. He wasn't just talking to a friend. This woman was someone he cared about. In a way, he should only care about my mom. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I felt betrayed, heartbroken, and honestly, scared. I was just a kid, and my whole world felt like it was falling apart. I wrestled with myself for days, wondering if I should tell my mom. She was due to come back soon, and I thought maybe I should wait. Maybe this was just a phase, something that would pass. But as the days went on, I realized that my dad's behavior wasn't changing. If anything, he was getting bolder, acting like he didn't care if I knew. Finally, one evening, I gathered the courage to tell her. I broke down, telling her everything I'd seen and heard. It was the hardest thing I've ever done, but I knew it was the right thing. My mom was devastated. I had never seen her cry like that. She hugged me tightly, saying it wasn't my fault, that I did the right thing. That night, our family changed forever. My parents had a long, painful talk, and after that, things were never the same. But this story isn't just about betrayal. It's about resilience and learning to move on. My mom and I became closer than ever, and I learned that sometimes the truth is hard, but it's necessary. Betrayal hurts, but honesty is the first step toward healing.